Hello everybody and welcome to my new series of YouTube's face reading secrets of successful relationships. No, I'm not giving up on the face reading secrets of the people in the news. I will continue doing the readings. But I decided to do yet another series on the subject that may be the most important subject of all, particularly in our time. Human beings are social creatures, and the quality of our lives depend on the quality of our relationships. So if by reading the faces of people, of couples whose relationships actually work, I can help anybody to even attempt to bring their relationship to a better place, regardless of where it is now, I would think it was worth the effort. We can talk endlessly about why relationships fall apart. We can look at the statistics. Remember, over 50% of all marriages end in a divorce. And then there are those who are not married but are in a relationship. The statistics of those relationships falling apart is even higher. What I want to figure out is how do those who stay together actually make it happen? So I will do a morphological assessment or simply face reading of some couples, and we'll see if indeed there are specific character traits which the partners have that make it easier for the relationship to work. And of course, which make them more challenging as well. We'll examine both. I was thinking about what couple I would want to start. And the winners are, ladies and gentlemen, Prince William and Kate Middleton, Duke and Duchess of Cambridge. Here I put them in a purple frame, the color of royalty, out of respect, Your Highnesses. I will be using all the terminology of face reading. And if you are watching my YouTube of face reading for the first time and get interested in the subject, you can get the background by watching my YouTube Introduction to Face Reading and Face Reading 101. Prince William is a sanguine with a Mars face. Though if you have been studying with me for a while, now you may think, well, there is some other personality looking through on his face. And you're right. It's happening right before our eyes in the last few years. William's face has been changing slowly into what do you think? Jupiter. We'll talk about it later. But for now, for at least the last 15 years, he has lived as Mars. So first we'll talk about him as Mars. The Duchess of Cambridge is a bilious, no question about it, with a sun face. She may appear to you as a sanguine, but look carefully, the corner of the jaw is much shorter than that of sanguine. The forehead is clearly bilious. Only the chin in some, I would say, a little bit looks like sanguine, somewhere between sanguine and bilious. So Kate is predominantly bilious. Now, for a moment, let me interject something. In my upcoming book, Face Reading Secrets for Successful Relationships, that is not what you see, the real cover. The work on the book cover is in progress now. In the book, I give recommendations about relationships based on three main categories: perfect match, green light; a good match with inherent challenges to be aware of, yellow light; and the match that is not that perfect, red light. A couple, a bilious in a relationship with a sanguine, as Kate and William are, received yellow light. So let's look at them closely, because still they are a great couple. What attracted them to one another in the first place? Prince Charming is charming, typical sanguine. He is generous, courageous, as all sanguines are, spontaneous, a smooth talker, open smile, graceful manners, does not have much of an attention span or stamina, but that will be well compensated by his partner. She admires him. Well, he is a prince, for God's sake. Of course she admires him. But you can see clearly here He was a sanguine, he is a sanguine, and probably he will be a sanguine to the rest of his life unless he gains a lot of weight and becomes a little bit of a lymphatic. No change so far. Look at the corner of his jaw. He's clearly a sanguine. As I said, Kate is predominantly a bilious, so he admires her bilious sense of responsibility, her straightforwardness, the clarity of her intentions, and of course her strong, altogether body and an occasional beautiful smile. She is not especially talkative. See the two arrows. Remember? A small space between tragus and antitragus. That means not too much, not really much talkativeness. But he's happy to have a good listener and shares his ideas, his thoughts, and his past experiences freely. And look at the tip of her nose. She is naturally kind. She does not judge him for his blunders. She is patient. Bilious' willful strategic choice, caring, considerate, but also firm and opinionated. But remember, royalty royalty or not, they're still subject to the same pitfalls as any couple of their morphology. I would greatly recommend that His Highness reads chapter 3 of my book, Bilious Profile, unless through experience he already discovered all that he needs to know about his princess. After all, he's highly intelligent. Look at his nostril. Long, thin nostril. You know this is a sign of high intelligence. Still, dear prince, please keep in mind that even if your wife is not speaking a lot and is giving you her undivided attention, she may very much have a lot to say. Make space for your partner and you will not regret it. If at some time you begin to feel that your beloved is a bit too rigid, perhaps even bordering on boring, planning too much, working too hard, being overly organized, well, that is precisely why you are in each other's lives. You to learn order and commitment, she to loosen up, to become more spontaneous and light-hearted. When working on projects or just having fun, humble yourself and admit from the start that you cannot keep up. Your bilious wife will respect and appreciate your honesty and it will make your relationship even better. If you try to push yourself hard to match your wife's physical endurance, you will eventually pay the price with your health. And please do take naps during the day. You need them if you want to live a long and productive life. There is a good development in Prince William's personality. I want you to notice, look at the picture 1. William is a perfect Mars. As he aged, picture 2, you may notice just a little movement of his jaw, and the shape of the face is becoming a little wider at the bottom. In picture 3, he is clearly becoming a Jupiter. See the trapezoid in picture 4, with of course added qualities of Jupiter, of greater tolerance, benevolence, need for justice, and the ability to be a visionary. Great qualities for a future king. Dear Duchess, as you can see, everybody can see it, and you probably can appreciate it very much and through your own memories. You were not a pushover as a child, picture 1, pretty much a Mars yourself, knew how to put up a fight. Then, as a teen, you morphed into a Venus, becoming loving, reconciliatory, flexible, let's make love not war kind of a girl. And finally, moving into adulthood as a son, picture 3, becoming aloof, needing personal space, thoughtful, philosophical, and reserved. Having a king for a husband makes it not so easy to run your own show as your bilious willfulness would require. So it helps to be able to withdraw at times. That is your sun face. With your bilious nature and orderly sun disposition, it may be hard for you to understand how your husband can function without being orderly. Though by now you may have figured out that somehow it works for him. He's a prince, and as long as he has someone to maintain order for him, he's okay. After all, he has you. Overall, William, the Jupiter in becoming, and Kate, the sun, in her cool understanding and awareness and a sense of knowing, are a great combination that is to last. Of course, if they care about keeping the magic of love alive, but that is already beyond morphology. And that is all for now. If you know of a great couple that lasted a lifetime, let me know, and if they permit it, I will do the reading. Thanks for being with me today. Best wishes.